The legacy of Prince Philip's reported views on Meghan Markle may continue to cast a long shadow over the Duke of Edinburgh's memory. Ingred Seward's revelations about his apparent distrust and disdain for the Duchess of Sussex serve as a stark reminder of the deep-rooted tensions and complexities that have shaped the relationship between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. This revised version replaces informal language like reported views and apparent distrust with more formal alternatives. Clarifies the subject of the sentence by making it clear that the focus is on Prince Philip's legacy, not just his views. Emphasizes the ongoing nature of the conflict by using continue to cast a long shadow instead of may cast a long shadow. Connects the Duke of Edinburgh's views to the larger context of the Sussexes' relationship with the royal family. Uses more concise and elegant language overall. This text provides a compelling narrative about the tensions between Meghan Markle and the royal family, particularly highlighting Prince Philip's perceived dislike for her. Let's break down the key points. Prince Philip's views on Meghan. Unflattering nickname. Philip reportedly gave Meghan a derogatory nickname linking her to Wallis Simpson, the American divorcee who married King Edward VIII, causing a constitutional crisis. Wary from the start, Seward claims Philip was one of the few royals wary of Meghan's charm offensive, believing she was similar to Wallis Simpson. Disruptive force. Philip saw Meghan as a disruptive presence within the royal establishment, mirroring his view of Wallis Simpson's influence. Similarities between Meghan and Wallis Simpson. American divorcees. Both women were American divorcees who married into the British monarchy, causing controversy. Outsiders. Both were viewed as outsiders by the royal family and struggled to gain full acceptance. Challenges to tradition. Their relationships challenged the established traditions and image of the monarchy. Potential reasons for Philip's dislike. Monarchy's traditions. Philip had a deep understanding and respect for the monarchy's traditions and protocols, potentially viewing Meghan's arrival as a threat to their preservation. Personal experiences. Philip may have been shaped by his own experiences within the royal family and the controversy surrounding Wallis Simpson, leading him to be cautious about another American entering the fold. Impact on the Sussexes' relationship with the royal family. Fractured family. Philip's reported dislike for Meghan, along with other tensions, may have contributed to the Sussexes' decision to step back from royal duties. Meghan's reluctance to return. The intense media scrutiny and public criticism she's faced, coupled with Philip's perceived disdain, likely contributes to Meghan's reluctance to return to the UK. Divisive figure. The comparisons to Wallis Simpson and the nickname reinforce the perception of Meghan as a divisive figure within the royal family. Overall, the text paints a picture of a strained relationship between Meghan and the royal family, with Philip's negative views playing a significant role. It highlights the complex dynamics within the family and how the past, particularly the Wallis Simpson affair, continues to influence the present. According to a royal expert, the late Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, reportedly had an unflattering nickname for Meghan Markle, though he never used it directly to her face. Ingred Seward, a royal commentator and author, has revealed that Philip saw concerning parallels between Meghan and Wallis Simpson, the American divorcee who married into the royal family as the Duchess of Windsor. Seward claims that Philip was wary of the former Suits actress and made the comparison between Meghan and Wallis Simpson. In fact, the Duke of Edinburgh reportedly went so far as to coin a derogatory nickname for Meghan, linking her to the Duchess of Windsor, though he never addressed her by this moniker directly. Seward's revelations come from her book, My Mother and I, in which she wrote that Philip was one of the few members of the royal family who was wary of succumbing to Meghan's charm offensive. The Duke, she said, detected her apparent similarity to Wallis and consequently labeled Meghan as disruptive within the royal establishment. The comparison between Meghan and Wallis Simpson has been drawn before, with many drawing parallels between the two women's backgrounds, experiences, and their respective relationships with the British royal family. Both Meghan and Wallis were American divorcees who married into the monarchy, causing a stir and, in Wallis's case, a constitutional crisis. Wallis Simpson, who became the Duchess of Windsor upon her marriage to Prince Edward, was a controversial figure within the royal family. Her relationship with Edward, who abdicated the throne in 1936 to marry her, was seen by many as a threat to the stability and tradition of the monarchy. The Duchess of Windsor was often viewed as an outsider and was never fully accepted by the royal establishment. The similarities between Meghan and Wallis Simpson appear to have struck a chord with Prince Philip, who, according to Seward, was wary of Meghan from the outset. The Duke of Edinburgh, known for his blunt and sometimes controversial remarks, seemingly saw Meghan as a disruptive force within the royal family, much like Wallis Simpson had been decades earlier. While the late Queen Elizabeth II remained hopeful and harbored high hopes for the Duchess of Sussex, Prince Philip's skepticism and unflattering nickname for Meghan suggested deep-seated unease with her presence in the royal family. The Duke of Edinburgh's reported disdain for Meghan may have stemmed from his own experiences and perspectives on the monarchy. As a member of the royal family for over 7 decades, Philip had a deep understanding and appreciation for the institution's traditions and protocols. He may have viewed Meghan's arrival as a threat to the delicate balance and carefully cultivated image of the royal family. Seward's revelations about Philip's nickname for Meghan have sparked renewed interest in the complex dynamics within the British royal family. The Duke of Edinburgh's apparent distrust and derision towards Meghan Markle suggest a fracture within the family that may have contributed to the Sussexes' decision to step back from their royal duties in 2020. Meghan's visits to the UK have been sparse since the couple relinquished their royal roles in 2020, attending only significant events such as Queen Elizabeth II's funeral last year. Notably, she was absent from King Charles III's coronation, an event Harry attended solo. The reasons behind Meghan's reluctance to return to the UK are multifaceted. The Duchess has faced intense scrutiny and criticism from the British media and public, with many regarding her as an outsider who disrupted the traditional order of the monarchy. The reported nickname given to her by Prince Philip and the perceived parallels between Meghan and Wallis Simpson have only added to the perception of her as a divisive and disruptive figure within the royal family. As the royal family navigates a period of transition and change, the legacy of Prince Philip's reported views on Meghan Markle may continue to cast a long shadow. The Duke of Edinburgh's apparent distrust and disdain for the Duchess of Sussex may continue to shape the dynamic between the royal family and the Sussexes for years to come.